Hurricane Irma is lashing Cuba with strong winds and heavy rain after devastating several Caribbean islands. The Category 5 storm made landfall on the Camagüey archipelago, off the northeastern coast. But the Bahamas have largely been spared after Irma changed track. In Florida, 5.6 million people, or 25% of the U.S. state's population, have been told to leave as the storm approaches. At least 20 people are known to have died so far across the Caribbean. Irma, which strengthened in the last few hours, hit the Camagüey archipelago late on Friday, threatening nearby coastal towns and villages. This is the first time a Category 5 hurricane has hit Cuba in decades. At 3 o'clock GMT on Saturday, Irma had maximum sustained winds of 257 km per hour, 160 miles per hour, the National Hurricane Center in the U.S. said. The eye of the storm was about 190 kilometers, 120 miles, east-southeast of the Cuban fishing town of Cabarrón. A hurricane warning is currently in effect in the provinces of Camagüey, Ciego de Avila, Sancti Spiritus, Villa Clara, and Matanzas. Some communities have lost power, and communication is becoming increasingly difficult with towns in more remote areas, the BBC's Will Grant in Havana reports. Residents are hoping the storm will just glance the island before heading across the Florida Straits to Miami. Even that, however, could bring dangerous flash flooding and storm surges in many populated areas, our Havana correspondent says. Earlier, people tried to secure their roofs and move belongings from low-lying coastal areas to higher ground. There are really strong gusts of wind. It is pouring off and on, and the lights are out, Anita Gonzalez, a retired nurse in the Camagüey province, told Reuters. About 50,000 tourists are fleeing or have fled Cuba, with resorts on the north coast now empty, the news agency reports. Irma is expected to hit Florida on Sunday. Brock Long, the head of the U.S. Federal Emergency Agency, warned that Irma would devastate either Florida or neighboring states. He said that parts of Florida would be without power for days. The entire southeastern United States better wake up and pay attention, he added. Florida Governor Rick Scott said all Floridians should be prepared for possible evacuation, and issued a stark warning to those in threatened areas. We are running out of time. If you are in an evacuation zone, you need to go now, he told reporters. Remember, we can rebuild your home, we can't rebuild your life. The death toll continued to rise on Friday in the Caribbean. France's Interior Minister Gérard Collomb said 9 people were dead and 7 missing in the French territory on Saint Martin, an island shared with the Netherlands, and Saint Barthélemy. Another death, the second, has been confirmed in the Dutch territory of Saint Martin. French officials said 6 out of 10 homes on Saint Martin were so badly damaged that they were uninhabitable. U.S. President Donald Trump spoke on Friday to his French counterpart Emmanuel Macron to extend his condolences and offer support, the White House said. French, British and Dutch military authorities have deployed aid, including warships and planes equipped with food, water and troops, to their territories. Reporting from another badly damaged island, Barbuda, the BBC's Laura Bicker says the destruction there is worse than feared. Another storm, Jose, further out in the Atlantic behind Irma, is now a Category 4 hurricane, with winds of up to 240 km per hour, 150 miles per hour. It is following a similar path to Irma and already hampering relief efforts in some of the worst affected areas. Residents of Barbuda, where 95% of buildings have been destroyed by Irma, have now left the island as Jose approaches. Hurricane Katia, in the Gulf of Mexico, a Category 1 storm with winds of up to 75 miles per hour, made landfall on the Mexican Gulf Coast in the state of Veracruz late on Friday. The storm is expected to weaken rapidly in the coming hours. Are you in the region? Are you a holidaymaker unable to get a flight home or a resident who has been preparing for Hurricane Irma? If it is safe for you to do so, share your experiences by emailing haveyoursay@bbc.co.uk. Please include a contact number if you are willing to speak to a BBC journalist. You can also contact us in the following ways. What do you think about this news? Scroll down and comment. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Goodbye and see you again.